Hello everyone and welcome back to Topless Cooking with Tim, take 2. We just tried to record this video and I realized I did not have enough memory on my phone, so it stopped recording. Now we get to do it again. Good thing we're making 2 batches today. So, today we are going to be making, what flavor are we making?
Chocolate maple.
Chocolate maple. Honestly, this one tastes like my mom's Belgian waffles, so they're pretty awesome. So, what you start with is 8x8 pan. Put saran wrap in it first, because if you don't put saran wrap in it, you're going to get very upset later on. So make sure you put that in there first. Next is you're going to have yourself a bowl, just any clean bowl, and start with the dry ingredients, and I'll go through all the ingredients as we move. So we're going to use brown cocoa crispy treats. They're veganic, whatever that means, but they're like basically natural, healthy Cocoa Krispies. Next, we're going to use it's a half a cup of that. Half a cup of quick oats, steel cut oats, any kind of oats you've got. Half a cup of that. Putting in half a cup of flax seed, because that's what it makes me do. So be careful when I'm eating bites. Then you're going to put in 1 scoop or 1 packet of Vegan Chocolate Shakeology. You can get that through your coach. Then you put in, I don't know why we use this enormous bowl, it should be full, but there's little cocoa nibs in here. Yeah, you can barely see them, but
they're freshly mashed up.
Freshly mashed in this enormous bowl. So that is all the dry ingredients. So you just take that, make sure your hands are clean, mix that up nicey, nicey, nicey. And now we're going to go to the wet ingredients. Your hands are going to get sticky. Be okay with that. Or hire somebody who's okay with having sticky hands. So, we're going to go with 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to go with 1 tablespoon-ish of maple syrup. This is organic maple syrup. We try to make everything as healthy as possible. Oh, and by the way, this recipe that we're making is nut-free. So anybody with nut allergies can go ahead and eat this. We are going to be using a half a cup of soy butter. Again, staying away from the nuts to keep people from, dying who have nut allergies. Just scoop that in there. And then 1/3 cup of honey. Because any kind of nut butter, or soy butter, or sunflower butter needs to be licked. So that's all in there. Got to clean the spoon off. Okay. Now, to try and keep it minimally dirty, you can try to fold over the dry stuff onto the wet stuff. Your hands are going to get really super sticky regardless. But you just kind of fold it all together and just mash it up, mix it. You want to get it to the consistency of just like a ball, almost like you're making a snowball. So you should be able to pick up the whole entire conglomerate of mushy stuff in 1 ball. So I'm doing a really terrible job with this because this is a small bowl and I have bigger hands than this bowl will allow.
I'm at the ready.
And she has a weapon. So just mix this all up. Total for this whole entire process, even including measuring it out, we pre-measured before this, but even with that, should take about 10 minutes. Once you get used to it, 10 minutes at the most. It really doesn't take that much time. And this is no bake, by the way. So you're just going to make this, put it into the pan, and stick it in the fridge. So there's no baking, there's no anything else. As you're going through, you may find that it may be too wet or too dry. If that's the case, not a big deal. Just add a little bit more of the opposite ingredient, which this one's a little too wet. So we'll add in a little more.
I'm going to grab some extra quick oats.
Some quick oats. That's going to be our solution for this one. So we'll just toss some of those in there. And again, you don't need to measure the next batch out. Just eyeball it. Just a little bit in there.
A little bit. It's always good to put less, because then you can always add a little bit more. If you put too much, then you gotta pick another ingredient.
Just mixy, mixy, mixy. Normally it doesn't take this long. Again, this bowl is just smaller than my hands will allow to actually get in there.
Note to self for the next one.
Ooh. So again, that's it. So it's going to just be a ball. And just put it in your 8 by 8 pan. And you're just going to flatten it out. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of mush it to all the corners. And once it looks like it's about level, and the whole pan is full, you should scrape the stuff off your fingers. Don't save it all for your snack, although it's super delicious. You need to make sure you have it all in your pan. And that is in. And then at this point, all you do is you just fold the saran wrap right over. Now imagine trying to fill that pan with saran wrap with your hands looking like this. Yeah, that would have been a nightmare. That's why you put the saran wrap in first.
And then this goes in the fridge.
So it's in, and that just goes right into the fridge. How long do you usually keep it in the fridge for?
I like a minimum of 45 minutes to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can put it in the freezer if
Yeah.
you need it quicker.
You can do it quickly, like if you're going to a party or something and you need to do it last minute, toss it in the freezer for about 15-20 minutes.
Yep.
But we want it to be hard, so this way when you cut it up into bites, you just pick it up like little chunks like a brownie.
So we've got 2 batches.
Two batches going right in the fridge. And that is it. I'm going to continue cleaning my fingers because those are super yummy.